Is Houston small business owner Steve Sussman, who is running against Pete Olson for District 22. Let's hear it for Pete. Let's hear it for Steve.
Yeah, I know how to hold the microphone. I'm honored to speak to you here today on Memorial Day. I'm real grateful for those who sacrificed their lives for our freedom and for us. For the sake of those who made the ultimate sacrifice for us, I don't want their fight and their effort to go unnoticed. These brave young men and women would be ashamed of what's going on in our country today. They would be horrified at the abuses our Constitution has suffered. Activist Howard Zinn stated something, and I'm going to stay on the paper, that in the past, and it's more evident than ever in our time, we have learned something in these last few years about the inadequacy of the regular political structure to bring about social change in a situation of urgency. When the people turn in desperation to marches, parades, picketing, sit-ins, mass meetings, and freedom rides, this suggests that the normal channels of government is inadequate for the expression of grievances, and that the mechanism for our solution is rusty. Rusty indeed. More like rusty from the downpour of corruption that permeates Washington today. Let's face it, our government's been hijacked by dollar signs, hijacked by greedy corporate interests. Once a strong nation is now in the hands of a blind, deaf, and dumb Congress, administration, and Senate. It's no longer a right or left issue any longer. It's a right or wrong issue. I say a Congress owned by big oil and defense contractors is a disgrace. The incumbents' cries of "we're outnumbered" is no longer a viable excuse for what is going on. We need a clean sweep in this year, 2010. All of them need to be out. Because the same old song and dance has put America on a downward spiral. My fellow Patriots, there are terrorists in our country. They're known as corporations, the Federal Reserve, the United Nations, and the legislators that are signing away our rights by the minute. It is time for real change. I know that's a bad word these days, but it's time for real change. That change begins with y'all. Stop looking at these labels, DRLI. Stop looking at them. Start looking at the campaign of your choice, your candidate. Because this real change needs to start with you. In November, we need to ignore the labels. Vote the Constitution and honor those that have fallen for our freedom. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. And now coming to the stage is our very own Bill Crocker.